So this migrant crisis that we talk about now started in 2015, and Europe did see a vast number, 1.4 million refugees and migrants coming across the different routes into Europe. And definitely that was a lot of people, and Europe was not prepared for it. But if we put it in a historical perspective, it's also the case that Europe has seen many such flows before. And if you go back to the Second World War, after the war, there were millions of people displaced in Europe. After the war in Yugoslavia, in the early 1990s, 650,000 refugees were seeking asylum in Europe. And actually, that's the first time the temporary protective status came up in Europe. So Europe has seen very large numbers of people come into it and within it and move around within it before. But 1.4 million people is a lot, and when the continent was unprepared for it, and what subsequently happened, you could say it was a crisis. So, however, if we put it in the larger global context, the numbers of people that are moving around the world, either as international migrants or as refugees, which is a subset of international migrants. Refugees, we're talking about 24.5 million people. Most of them are in countries of the South, are in countries like Turkey and Lebanon and Jordan and Uganda and Pakistan and Iran. And these countries have been putting up and trying to deal with refugees for a long time. More refugees, a higher proportion of their population. So what's happening in Europe is a piece of the picture, but not the whole picture.